Blessings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Color Calendar, brought to you by Aura House School of Color and Light. I am your host, Eleyne-Mari, and I will be your guide as we look through life's kaleidoscope to find the most colorful people and the most colorful events in the world. My guest today is holistic therapist Brenda Dunn from Northumberland, England. For many years, Brenda owned a health and beauty clinic, and her career path has since taken her into the spiritual world, blending both scientific and spiritual worlds together as one. Eventually, Brenda created the Aurora Essence colored energy orbs. These fascinating tools exist to bring messages, insights, and guidance to every individual who seeks their wisdom. While you were operating your own health and beauty clinic in England, Brenda, you became a Reiki master, a Reiki practitioner, and an energy healer. And eventually you became interested in color healing. When did that begin?
When I look back at my journey, although I haven't understood it to this point, I can see how it's all been stepping stones. And having a business with doing therapies, and that took me into working with energies. When I started to work with energies, then that took me on to a completely different level. Yeah, so it started really with Reiki. And I always say to people who are interested in working with energy, Reiki is always the first step. It's the introduction to energy, and it was my first introduction. Like a lot of people, I actually did my level 1, and I did my Reiki practitioners, and I eventually became a Reiki master. And then I had also done a lot of auric healing as well. But then it took me beyond that and helped me understand about energy itself and how everything in creation is made up of many particles of matter that vibrate and resonate. And it seems as though it got really complicated, but in actual fact, it made it so simple to understand everything that we see, feel, do, because everything is made up of atoms of energy. So when you then open up to all of that energy, you're able then to channel exactly what a situation needs or an individual needs in a much bigger way. And it opens up your understanding from a logical point of view to literally going back to being one with the universe, one with the planets, one with creation. So it's been a really interesting journey, and it still is. I learn every day, I experience every day like everyone else does, and I think we grow every day. So I find life actually fascinating, but it all started off on those first steps, working with energy, working with Reiki, and it's just progressive. And I think it will be till I'm no longer here, basically. So I find it fascinating.
When I first learned about your work with color, Brenda, you had developed a line of color healing products called Aurora Essence. Oh, I love that name, Aurora Essence. Would you please tell us about them?
Yes, when I first started with the Aurora Essence, it was really strange because at that time I had I had the business, and I kept getting a thought pattern that I had completed my job there. And I kept dismissing it, like you do, because I had never channeled before. So this was all new to me. And I just thought, I'm going a bit balmy here because I keep getting these thought patterns in my head. And it was basically saying I had completed everything I needed to, and I needed to sell the business. And that realistically was very illogical because it was very successful. But what basically happened was I actually got diagnosed with the first stage of cervical cancer, which for me, they did laser treatment on me, and it was corrected, which was absolutely fine. And then a bit later on, one winter, I had finished for Christmas, and I got up on Boxing Day. Well, I say I got up, and I couldn't get out of bed, and I couldn't actually breathe at all. And I ended up at the doctor's, and they thought I had lung cancer. And I said, no, I haven't. I know I haven't got that. But he sent us for tests, and as it happened, I didn't have lung cancer. But that was my second knock. And anyone who's been along that path, that spiritual path, you understand that you actually get two sort of warnings, yes? And then the third one is usually a bigger one until you actually listen to what you're being told. So I thought, well, I don't really want another one. So it was a matter of me going, okay, I'm hearing what you're saying. So I put the business up for sale, and I put my home up for sale at the same time. And it took a year for me to pass everything over. And I literally handed over the business and handed over my house within 2 weeks of each other, and moved to a house that was basically surrounded by trees, that I was told that I had to go there to heal. So I had about 6 months off, and then I would get up, like many people, through the night, nicest time for me, and I would sit and think, right, okay, you've got me here, what do you want me to do? And I honestly thought at that time that I would actually teach Reiki. But one night I was sitting, just quiet, about 3 a.m, and I literally got this vision of these coloured bottles. And all I got was, the thought pattern that came was, you'll be the hands to make it and the voice to explain it. So I thought, okay, it gave me a point of focus. And the next day I sort of came up and started to pull out some paperwork and all of that. And I ordered some products and colours, which I hadn't really worked with before. And I started to work with colour, blending colours, putting colours together. And then what basically happens is I'm given an image of a colour, and I produce the colour as near as I can to what I see. And then once I have the colour, again, it's this thought pattern comes in, and then I start to put the ingredients into the colours. So it could be anything, floral waters, to essential oils, to essences, and then they're activated with minerals. But when I'm doing them, and I might do a huge amount of them, but there is a point when I'm putting them together that it feels right, that I know it's right. It's just an inner knowing that I know it's right. And at that point, whatever I've got wrote down is then the formula for whatever product that I've used, yes, that I've created at that time. And then after that, they usually give me a name, which is what the product's called, and then they'll give me a little bit of information on it. So they started off initially, because of my trade, in like body lotions and mists. But then as time went on, I realized, and what I was told was, it wasn't about the color, it wasn't about the ingredients. It was about the vibration of the ingredients that were in it and the colors that were in it and the speed of the actual color and ingredients that created this product. So they then needed to be put into a sealed container. So they went into sealed bottles, which was fine. But then we move along a little bit further, and then they decide to change the goalposts again, which they do regularly with me. And I keep thinking, not again. And what I was told then was they had to be put into round spheres, and they had to be glass spheres because of the way a sphere would project an energy, and it projects an energy equally on every angle, every aspect of the circle. And rather than being called spheres, they would be called orbs. Then it started to become more clear to me now about really what these products were about. And basically what they are is they are energy orbs that are in a physical form for mankind to use to help them to move forward in life, to help mankind and this planet evolve. So we now have them in orbs. Yeah, so they actually have progressed and evolved now to a final product of these coloured orbs, which are really quite magical. Quite magical.
Yes, they sound like it. And I'm really fascinated by your experience of channeling the essences. Can you tell us who or what exactly you were channeling?
That's a very difficult one, because I don't feel that I'm connected to any one thing. Yes, some people say you're connected to the Pleiades, and we're connected to, ascended masters and archangels. I personally feel that we're connected to all things. So sometimes I will get angels coming forward, archangels. Sometimes it will be ascended masters. Sometimes it's light beings. Sometimes it's unicorns. But the way I look at it is the one thing they have all in common is that they're energy. It's as simple as that. Yes, and we hold so many different particles of energy within our energy field that connects right back to the universe. We can draw on anything that we wish to draw on. And the faster and finer that our energy becomes, the more we're able to connect with the finer, faster beings. So, for example, when you have light beings, they are resonating at a very fast frequency and speed. And when our particles actually resonate at that speed, you can then connect with those. But I don't have, often people will say to me, who is your guide, or who gives you the information? The answer to that is, I really don't know. I really don't know. I just tend to look at it as an energy of creation. I don't see anything specific. I just literally go into a white space. And I talk like I am to you, but I'm literally talking to particles of energy. Mm-hmm. But each particle holds information, experiences, emotions, knowledge from not only past lives and our earthly life, but also from lives that we've had on other planets and other universes. So I always say the information that I get is what this energy wants me to pass on to everyone else. The knowledge and information I get is not for me. It helps me understand things a lot better, but it's not personally for me.
You mentioned that you channel unicorns, and as you know, there have been some very interesting unicorn developments happening behind the scenes during this interview. Unfortunately, the audience has not been privy to this information, but apparently I now have a black unicorn friend who has been patiently, or maybe we really should say impatiently, waiting for me to ask you this burning question, which is, what about the unicorn orbs? Now, I know they're not on your website yet, Brenda, but can you tell us what the unicorn orbs are used for?
Yes, I have just completed 9 unicorn orbs. They resonate at a much faster speed than the ones that you can see on the website at the present time. The unicorn orbs are here to activate gifts that are within us. Before we actually came, we were actually encoded. Yes, our DNA was encoded. And this is the time where we are going to begin to receive activations of these unique gifts that each one of us have as individuals. We don't have one gift, we have many gifts. Some of them are very subtle. You know, it's not that everyone's going to be, you know, the world's best healer or, you know, the world's best psychic or, you know, the person who can make the most money. It's not going to be like that at all. They're very subtle gifts, a lot of them. So it could be the gift of compassion. It could be the gift of love. It could be the gift of insight. It could be, there's so many aspects of us. And it's for each person to discover. So the unicorn orbs are here to activate a lot of those gifts. And they are connected with the return of the unicorn energy to the earth plane. Because the unicorns left the earth plane many, many eons ago, when they could no longer be here because the energy here was too dense and too harsh. So they actually left in their droves. And the one thing they do bring is they bring innocence and purity. Because the one thing that we've all forgotten is that at the end of the day, we came back to this earth plane to experience what it's like to be here, but mainly to be children. and to play. And it's the one thing we've all forgotten how to do. We've forgotten how to laugh and play and just enjoy every single thing that life produces on a daily basis, whether we're going for a walk or whether we're going on holiday or whether we're going to work. We just have forgot how to play at all aspects of that. Life has become too serious. So the unicorn energy is a wonderful, high vibrational energy.
Okay, I admit that was fascinating, so I hope my unicorn friend is satisfied. He got some quality airtime. And so I'm wondering, let's say that our listeners have gone to your website, Brenda, and they've selected the energy orb that intrigues them. They receive the orb, and then what do they do with them?
Realistically, the nice way to use the orbs is literally just put them into your energy field. As soon as they're in the energy field, they automatically will work. Yes? So you can sit with them and be quiet with them. You can ask them questions. You can meditate with them. I love to meditate with them because they do take you on some exceptional journeys. They give you some exceptional insights on a lot of dimensions of yourself and your soul and what it's experienced. You can actually put them into the bath, and what they do is the energy then literally will code, vibrate and energize the water as well as the steam, and it will be carried in a similar way like homeopathic medicine does, similar to that. So lying in the bath with them is really quite nice. You just pop them into your bath with you. That's wonderful. You can use them like an elixir where you put them into water and you can then just drink the water. I always say to people, don't be restricted. Use them any way that you feel is right for you. You know, if you feel you need them on your body, put them on your body. I personally like to connect sometimes with them by put them onto my third eye. I love them because I actually feel them so much more on there. But I always say to people, it's only your imagination that can limit their uses. You can use them in any way you wish. The way I use them personally and I connect with them is meditation, because I actually truly believe that meditation is the key to actually discovering who you truly are, who your soul is, and how to allow that soul to be able to step outside of the physical form and be who you truly are, and not the person that we're conditioned to be, that we project to the world, but to allow that to blossom and allow that person to just emanate forward. That, to me, is fabulous. I think that's when you are truly who you should be on this planet.
Here's what's happening on the color calendar for September 2015. Frances Wright teaches a Level 1 Aura Soma training workshop from Friday, September 4th through Monday, September 7th in Auckland, New Zealand. On Friday, September 4th, a chakra balancing training and aura workshop will be held at a Precious Resource in Lake Norman, North Carolina. Divine Space is hosting a color and sound therapy healing workshop every Saturday in September, beginning on Saturday, September 5th in Johannesburg, South Africa. On Wednesday, September 9th and Thursday, September 10th, Denise Robinson leads a chakra healing kinesiology workshop in Melbourne, Australia. and Yellow Kidney hosts an Aura Soma Level 2 workshop from Tuesday, September 15th through Sunday, September 20th in Big Fork, Montana. Amy Butler is presenting Creating Your Unique Color Story workshop on Friday, September 18th in Sisters, Oregon. A 4-week Color Empowerment Introductory Color course begins on Monday, September 21st at Aurora House School of Color and Light online. On Monday, September 21st and Tuesday, September 22nd, Amanda Bradbury offers a Color and Astrology 1 Color Mirrors workshop in Alicante, Spain. Geraldine Brown has scheduled a Metatron Color Healing Workshop, Level 1, for Tuesday, September 22nd and Wednesday, September 23rd in Christchurch, England. A Healing Journey Through Colors with Aura Soma workshop will be held on Wednesday, September 23rd in Dublin, Ireland. On Thursday, September 24th, Amanda Ellis presents a Color and Archangel Metatron evening in Bournemouth, England. Gemisphere hosts a Color Ray Healing Workshop from Thursday, September 24th through Sunday, September 27th in Portland, Oregon. On Saturday, September 26th and Sunday, September 27th, Tamado Academy offers a Sound and Color Workshop in Montreal, Canada. And beginning on Wednesday, September 30th, Diane Booth presents a 5-day Sound and Color Healing Workshop in Melbourne, Australia. And that's what's happening on the color calendar for September. If you would like to contact the organizers of the events mentioned on the show today, or if you have a colorful event that you would like to submit for the color calendar, please email your request to aurahouse@yahoo.com. Many thanks and many blessings to Brenda Dunn for joining us today. To learn more about her work, please visit auroraessence.co.uk. And if you'd like to know more about me, Eleyne-Mari, please visit the Aura House School of Color and Light website at colortherapyschool.com. And while you're there, be sure to join the Aura House mailing list to receive my free Rainbow Wishes teleseminar MP3 to help you learn how to use color for manifesting. This month, Aura House is celebrating its 12th anniversary, and we have some great special offers. So for details, just go to colortherapyschool.com, click the Little Shop of Colors tab, and scroll down to special offers. I'll be back next month with another colorful guest. Until then, no matter how you feel or where on the planet you live, don't forget to stop and enjoy the pretty colors. Namaste.
Color is all around us. It has a profound effect on how we think, feel, and act. A yellow sunshine, blue skies, green grass, red roses. Take away color, and our world would look like this. Color Cares is a 501c3 charity that uses the power of color to positively change lives. Visit our website today to learn more at www.colorcares.org and help us spread happiness in full color.